Hello, gamers. I am indeed here now. Hello, everyone. Have not seen have not seen you guys in a while. Missed you all. Hello, hello. Hinudli, Juk, Sand. How are you guys doing today? Let me switch to different scene. I'm just gonna yap for a few minutes before I switch to the other stuff. So before that, I just decided to put a random funny picture I found on my PC, and that's what I found. So enjoy staring at this for a few minutes. Hi, El. Thank you for subscribing for 10 months straight. Insane streak. Thank you for continuous support. Else can I be mod? I can be trusted with power and will not ban people indiscriminately. Sure. I don't know how to do it, so uh let me see. Let me see how to do it. Fix until there you are. You've been promoted from Discord mod to a Twitch mod. Congrats. So yeah. Anyway, the game's philosophy stream ban. One day for sure. Else, can I have your Twitch account? No. Anyway, I just want to do a short stream, maybe like half an hour, maybe an hour, just yapping about what has happened, what have I been up to, and what is coming, because there's gonna be a bunch of exciting stuff. First thing first, I finally figured out how to put my mic on a freaking arm leg. I don't know what it's called. The one that's like lets it be like above my table. So it can so I put it a bit closer to my face to hopefully exclude the weird like noises that it's been picking up before, or some of them at least. And so I would be cutting out less. So uh please let me know if I'll be like sounding like uh worse or better, if I'm still gonna be cutting out from time to time, or if I'm gonna be like too loud or anything. So yeah. And I've been out for quite a while. Went on a quick, well, kinda quick Europe trip. Met up with D and Dougal there. Was kinda close with Cobb at one point. People who were in my Discord server. So me probably posting a few pictures there here and there. And experienced a lot of long lines on my way back. I think I spent in like because of like sanctions, I had to like take multiple planes to get from Europe back to my city. And I was in Rome at first, and I went to Yerevan, the capital of Armenia, and then to Moscow, and then to my city on my way back. And I think I spent more time in lines, in queues for like passport, security control, like all that stuff, like check-ins in airports, than I spent flying. Like that was fucking ridiculous. How long the queues were. I don't even know why. Like on my way there, it wasn't even close to be bad, to be bad like that. So I don't know. So I had a few days of suffering, but then I made it back home, and since then I've been kinda cooking up some stuff for upcoming streams, for upcoming video games related things. With one of them that I just finished like an hour ago or so, maybe half an hour. I'm losing track of time. With one of them finally being hello Ken, this stream. One of them being another spreadsheet. Third 2v2 stats have been completed. Woo! I'm another step closer from being free. Oh, and once again, almost exactly a year after the tournament has been finished, but I'm on pace. I'm on pace to finish them. Uh, finish them. I don't know by what time. Hopefully, the 3v3 spreadsheet gonna come out not a year after. Well, it's gonna be a bit sooner, but with how frequently I've been doing this stuff, how consistently, I don't think I'm not gonna give any predictions. Let me post it in tournament links so you guys can check it out as well. Dark Horse starts soon. Yeah, freedom is an illusion indeed. So yeah, just as a reminder of what has been happening in the tournament, let's just quickly go through everything because it's been the first 2v2 tournament with group stage, and we reduced the amount of teams for this one on 12 teams, and funnily enough, 4 out of the 12 signed up teams most likely would not have even been able to play after group stage, and that we had like a 2 week what's it called, deadline to play group stage matches, and I think at least one person in those 4 teams told me that yeah, when group stage ends, I'm probably not gonna play. So yeah, try to split them evenly across groups. So you can say that group stage was kind of a little rigged from the beginning, accidentally. Well, some of them told me about it after they signed up. So yeah. In Group A, it's been Faye and Sarah who could couldn't play after the 2 week group stage period, and they barely even played within that one. They had to play both their games in one day, and barely met the deadline to do it. And also they had Sand Boots and Canon NT in their group, so had a fun time in that round. Group B had Sylvan Blitzer, Sky, and Bacon and Bleach, and I think Bacon and Bleach is Hypixel says team is the only one that could have theoretically played one final stage match, because they said they can't play when July starts, because Bleach was gonna go for a monthly Hypixel success record. So they would have had like a few days if they made it out of group, but in a very one of the closest games of the tournament between them and Skies, they have been eliminated and didn't make it out anyway. So 51-second average from Baron Chat, they call me the GOAT. You have definitely improved quite a bit since that tournament, didn't you? I think you got some interesting like low scores at the bottom of some leaderboards. I think you had like a one of the lowest ho 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 moments back then. Then we get to Group C, the only group where the team that made it out, uh, the team that couldn't play made it out of the group, which is Cobb and Tab. And I knew beforehand that Cobb is not gonna play after group stage, so let him a little bit of a cracked team to play. And they beat IL Meatloaf in also very close match. They had a very horrible match against Buccaneers in terms of scheduling against Damar and Swift, and because of that, Tab had to leave on round 8 of game 2 when they were 2 stars ahead, and Cobb had to 1v2, and then Itamar had to go, so it turned into a 1v1 for game 3. That was an interesting time. And there was also a match between Swift and Ale Meatloaf. Ale Meatloaf won, and so yeah. and then we made a little bit on stream that where I disqualified Common Tab for rigging. While retiring, I rewatched the tournament. It was a fun moment, definitely. What I miss? Nothing. I'm just yapping about what I've been up to and the 2v2 tournament and the stat spreadsheet that I finished. And we had Group D, Neil Snudley, Midi, and then Mankichuk as a team. With Mankichuk, I think also was a team that could have played one match after group stage if it ended early, because Juk said he was gonna on a vacation in late June, but he didn't say exactly when, so I'm not like I wasn't sure 100% if they're gonna drop out if they make it out, but like it was with Hypixel Cess and Fein Sarah, they didn't get uh top two in the group, so when we got to final stage we had some very cool matchups. Spiky Rockers, one of the main favorites of the tournament, almost got eliminated by Skies, tying the first game, losing second one by 1 star, but then they pulled it back together and made the comeback, making it to the semifinals. Neil Snudley had a tough match against Itamar and Swift with a 3-1 score, but were a bit more consistent. Steven Butzer had a bit easier times with Ken and NT because I think both of them just couldn't play at good times for them. So they just had to play like in a very unfortunate circumstances, especially NT. I think he just was on a very scuffed setup, which is like something that's been happening to NT from time to time in tournaments. And Ayal Midloof was playing against me and D, which despite being a free game matchup, I think it was like in the quarterfinals the closest in terms of average star difference, like 5 star tie and like 6 star. Because I remember like every round, like it was basically any team could win going into round 8. So it was a cool match. But even cooler was Isle Midloof and Silan Butzer, the 5 game matchup with lots of insane turns of events, especially Ho 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 finals, 3 out of 5 games, with one of them Blitzer escaping through the one gap, one block gap between AL Meatloaf and blocking them both, giving the win for his team. That was a crazy match. And Sandboots Nielsen they had a very close game 1, but game 2 and game 3 over mostly for Rockers. And we had probably the best match of the tournament. Winners and AL Meatloaf. Crazy swings all around. And just it was back and forth up until the end where Nielsen ended up victorious, getting the 3rd place. And another close game, Patty Rockers in the finals defeated Name Ideas, giving the win in a tournament to Sand and the Boots. That was the tournament. And so let's get into all the stats that I've been collecting through the. Hello, Sky. Could you have maybe not waited a day to do this? I'm not home. I'm sorry, Sky. Like I was gonna talk about it a bit later, but yeah, uh, I wanted to do the stream like before Decathlon, basically just like a comeback stream, basically before I go on a little bit of a streaming spree. Almost lost my stream streak. I'm sorry. Yeah. Here's stars leaderboards. Is the whole individual one. Let me get Sarah into here. Go. Very cool stats here. Faye being the biggest carry, with the only person with 70% of their team stars, yet only 9 stars per game. That was an interesting time for the team. And the closest to each other teams in terms of like average stars are Bleach, Bacon, and Steven Blatzer. Mostly neck and neck to each other. Here. Oh yeah, I have missed the cell streams. I missed streaming too. I wanted to do this one earlier, but like a week ago, but then I just kind of got into making the spreadsheet and was like, you know what? Maybe I should just finish this spreadsheet and so I have something else to talk about on the stream when I'm done. I honestly have 40% of my team stars I did so as. No, you're doing really good, especially considering that it's like your first big tournament. You've been kind of cooking on that one. Yeah, this is individual one. Here's the team leaderboard. If ironically the Party Rockers and Name Ideas, the two finalist teams, are at the top, tied with stars per game, with Party Rockers slightly ahead if we like uh increase the decimals, but like barely ahead of Name Ideas. Right behind being Al Meatloaf and definitely not racist team. So it's basically above team average, our top four teams and Cop Tab. Because they just played two matches, won both of them, refused to elaborate, and just left the tournament. So their stats are a bit boosted. I'll check Supership and game leaderboards. I got 60%. Yeah, I did. Yeah, what about it? What about Supership? Here is the Supership in game leaderboards. What is one of the only leaderboards with me on top? That's that's the only thing I know about it. Or do you wanna check your stats? Do you wanna check? Yeah. One day you will learn how to play Supership. That tournament did not go well in terms of Supership for you, unfortunately. That was only got the way I carried. I just got over half my team stars. That is what carries do. There's no world where I have a performance like that and still have 40%. It's just one game, okay? Sent showed me what I missed in the Jigsaw leaderboard because look at this one. Just it's just you and Niels at one point here. With IL just eating all top 5 spots. Average IL moment. If only one Jigsaw above 2 seconds. You guys were discussing which person associates with each game like a few days ago, I think. Yeah, I don't think how IL cannot be associated with Jigsaw after this. Wait, he didn't even have a sub 2. I think you. Oh wait, yeah, you had. Berlin didn't have sub 2. Although retiming for tournaments is a bit weird because obviously I don't have your guys' click overlays and it's also from like third perspective, so I don't know when the board loads in for you, so might be like even if like regular retiming might be like 1 or 2 frames off. I don't know. I don't know if it would have been enough for you to get sub 2 if it was from your perspective. I don't know. So I probably did have sub 2, maybe. It's hard to tell. So yeah, get game start differences. Animals are the most played game, almost 40 times, and only barely above 20 Jigsaw and Jungle Jump. Like, we did not get a lot of those this tournament. To the point where Cobb didn't even play Jigsaw and his team in this one. No 6-star wins in this tournament, and majority of the wins were 4 stars. So a lot of teams that this time that apparently shared better like strengths of each other, or maybe similar weaknesses, with ties and 2-star differences being pretty much the same and slightly and happen slightly less than 4-star differences. Cycle is so real, that's true. Win rate Spatty Rockers on top here with almost 67%, and then Name Ideas tied again in another stat, but this time with IL and Meatloaf, same win rate overall for them. 64.04, making the top 3 here. And Cobb and Tab and Niels Noodle slightly below them, but close to each other, 54 and 53%. And we have Skies, Ken, NT, and Midi, all 3 of us around 40, slightly above 40%. And Bacon and Bleach, Juke Monkey, and Buccaneers, all slightly above 30. And Faint Sarah, almost 12%. Not as bad as it could have went considering the teams they were up and considering their experience in tournaments. So yeah, obviously game leaderboards, the thing that took the most time. I'm just gonna scroll by the top placements. Like, you can all look in depth for the things that you wanna see. Cobb and IL on top of bombardment, the only bombardment that went over 2 minutes, barely. Pretty cool. Sky PK reaching 200 in campaigning in the 2v2 somehow. And against Spatty Rockers, Sunten Boots, and their partner Jigsaw Sky are all 3 very good campaigning players. So that's very impressive that Sky is the only one who got so much above everyone else. How does game win rate percent thing work? It's just wins divided by losses. I'm not including the ties. So yeah. Then chicken rings dominated by IL, and also like a few other people around here. Monkey, top 3 placement. Blood Sahir, Meatloaf, IL's partner in the tournament. Niels a few times on top here. Was on the floor. It's about time until who survived the longest or who took the longest to kill other players. I don't. Let me see. The only maximum amount of kills I think got Niels. 5 kills against Party Rockers. I was not counting the team kills, so 5 is the maximum you could get in PvP games. Yeah, no one else got 5. There were a few 4 kills. Monkey got it against Niels and Nudley. Interestingly, Ken against Sand and Boots. And Bleach against Sylveon and Blitzer. How does free dice work? Yeah, like I said, I just did not account for now. Like I said, it just wins divided by losses here, and that's it. Count them in times played, but not for anything. That's how win rates been done for all the previous spreadsheets as well. It's not accounting for dice. Oh, yeah, almost getting 400 in one of the ho. And on the other 300 plus is Sylveon in the same matchup against AL and Meatloaf, interestingly. A lot of party rockers a bit below them. You can see Boots Sand, multiple times D in the top here, carried. That was the last round in game 2 against Juke and Monkey, and we were only 2 stars ahead, so you kinda carried in that game. And we saw Jukes earlier, fully dominant by AL, and down the line by Sand, Noodly, Niels, Sky, Sylveon, Jungle Jump, another very consistent performances by AL, Niels, and Sylveon, with 3 of them being tied for first place. I somehow made it to the, what is it, top 7? Even though my best run was with like stat toe at the end. Average. Yeah, downline has Sylveon, Faye, Ken, Swift. Yeah, a lot of sub 14s here. Lab Escape, a lot of red. You can see here Scent and Boots. Very dominant with I'll climbing another first place. Sylveon right behind him. Cobb, I think only played like, despite only playing like a few times, all of his times were pretty high up there. Cobb is pretty goated on it. Platzer somehow getting almost 500 in Lawnmower, which is interesting because I think almost all of his other Lawnmowers were low 400, like mid 300. So yeah, yeah, like a one-time pop-off. Minecraft racing, which is very also dependent on your teammate and stuff. You can see the sun being quite over the place. With a bunch of 18-second runs, it might even be with like top 3 contenders for world records. Not a lot of 30 plus pick fishings. With Hassan being Meatloaf, the pop off. One of the games that he really excelled at in this tournament. The other two, I think, being Chicken Rings and Lab. Big Justin, me and D with the most deserved top 2. Because the funny thing is, both of us didn't even win with both died to last random, which is quite funny. I don't remember if anyone got on 5 kills in pick justing this time around. Yeah, I think it's only been 4. I think it's only been 4 max. Multiple of them being IL, one against me and D in the first game. Bloodser against Sand and Boots, and IL in the second game against me and D. NT against Faye and Sarah. And he's usually pretty good when it comes to pick justing. Bleach, another 4 kill in the PvP game. He had one in Frozen Floor as well. Boots uh, with the highest survival time as well, alongside those 4 kills against Nils and Nulli in the first game. IL with a 9-0 RPG against in the fourth game against the winners. Closest second being Nils in the same matchup again. Like that's just a theme with IL. It seems like one of the uh second top performance was also performed against him in multiple games. Yeah, me and Boots had quite a few good performances, and so did Canon Anti-Hero at the top. Juke getting 6-2 as well. Yeah, pretty cool. Fastest shooting range finishes, only 5 sub 20. Ken, Monkey somehow consistently getting high shooting range scores. One of the things that just like, I don't know, not the thing that I'm like, that's like on my mind. It's like, as like, uh, like one of the like top players in each game. Monkey probably doesn't come to mind as one of the shooting range players, but he's consistently in tournaments getting like fast finishes in this game. So yeah, and IL Boots and Sand behind them. Super Ship. Me and Dale had a fun time in a game 2 in our matchup because the second closest being once again IL's matchup against Buccaneers, and it's 100 almost over 2 minutes behind the second closest run in Super Ship. Once again, not a lot of kills being made. It has, I think, 3 kills Nils against me and D. And once again, Nils against Buccaneers. Nils is the killer. Apparently. Nils is the new Liam. Got 75 points twice, yeah. And he hit plus 20 on 55 points twice. And Trampolinio, rest in peace. Game that we might not see again for a while. Or maybe we will, I don't know. We'll see. With only 3 sub 20 finishes, Itamar, Bacon, and D. Let's go D. My carry. Volcano. Me, Meatloaf, I yell here a lot. Most of them from our matchups between each other. Like all 4 of us here on the top. And then followed like few other matchups here and there. And probably one of the more interesting ones for majority of the community here, the workshop leaderboard. I yell with 25 second run. And quite a few sub 30 runs. We had Sand with 27 seconds. Bloodser top 3 with 28 seconds against Sand and Boots in the finals. Bloodser used to be one of the goals of Workshop, and even despite him not playing too much, he seems to still hold his ground, pull his weight against the top players in this game now. Even now, Sand with another sub 30 Burnley. So Niels, Sylvian, and Sand once again. So let me just scroll through averages once as well really quickly, and we'll move on to other stuff to yap about. Already been 40 minutes, damn. I love yapping streams because time just goes by real fast. when I am just talking about stuff. Ken is the best frozen floor killer in this tournament. 26 average with Swift close behind. Buccaneers are just were just made for PvP games. Swift and Itamar, I think, high up on the Big Justin kills leaderboard as well. Well, only with sub 2 average on Jigsaw. If only Sandy being somewhat close behind. Faye top 3 in the jungle jump averages. And obviously Sand Cobb IL top 3 for lab. And anti top 4 with them only being the only 4 people with sub 48 average. I somehow got top 1 lawnmower apparently. With me, Sand IL Ken, the only ones with 400 plus in lawnmower. On average. Yeah, Safety Tamarara on top of Pictures here with Bleach ahead of them and IL. 3 average kills in 2 games. Bleach also been cooking in PvP once, like I said. G leaderboards, shooting range. Monkey and Ken nicely tied at average 64 points in shooting range. Nice. Open Juke tied with average 2 kills. Super ship. The goat of Trampolinia. And I like the volcano leaderboard. It's me, then I'll Meatloaf team, then Rockers, then Niels. It's just like how everyone just like grouped in their respective teams. Almost all of them grouped nicely on average volcano leaderboard. I don't think I've seen it in the previous 2v2 tournament. It being like that, which is quite funny. The workshop. I wanted to check what IO score would have looked like without one bad run. He had like one run where he messed up the chest plate like 3 times. And I wanted to check what his average would have been without this run, but I forgot to do it. Yeah, it was like 48 seconds or something. Yeah, but with it sent on top of workshop average, followed with a bunch of people having sub 40, which is overall average. IL, Silvio, Niels, Boots, Nudley, Cobb, and Blatzer. So for that. Niels won in Volcano leaderboard. Yeah, Nudley. It just wasn't a good tournament for Nudley and her survival time games, apparently. Yeah. It was what I've been cooking up for the stream, but like I said, there's also gonna be a bunch of new, not new, just a bunch of streams coming up in the next like week. Because tomorrow we have Decathlon. Decathlon is pretty cool. Teams event. Me, Cobb, and D. Hopefully this time all 3 of us will be able to play. I was thinking of practicing for this one, but then I got consumed by the spreadsheet, so I'm probably gonna play like shit. But it's fine. And also, Ken, how many channel points do you have? Is tomorrow's stream gonna be the stream? Boss 1, 2, or 3? I don't remember which balls are we. But whichever balls are mine, those will win. 94.7. Oh man, I thought we wrote 97 then. Still might take a few streams. Okay. Well, like I said, there's gonna be like quite a few in the coming week or two. So you'll probably have a chance of getting. Also, your team is balls one, my team is balls two, Juke's team is balls three. Oh, I see. Well, ours balls are number one, so we will be finishing first. So yeah. The stream after that I'll probably do will be the anniversary stream. Uh, Unlike last year, I'm doing it like a month late of my streaming anniversary, but it's fine. Better later than never, I guess. And then there's probably gonna be an announcement stream for upcoming party game stuff. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, and not gonna give any promises in case something goes wrong for no reason. But I've been cooking something up for the next 1v1 event. I'll spoil it a little bit, because it's not gonna be 6 1v1 tournament, but it is gonna be a 1v1, big 1v1 event in a new format that we have not done before. Well, somewhat new format, I guess. So yeah, hope you guys will like it. Hope it will be exciting stuff. So prepare for 1v1s to come back on Playing server approximately in August. Hope my cooking would be satisfying for your tastes. And I also might stream. I think I said every time I come back from somewhere, but I might stream MCCI occasionally. I'm always planning to do it, but then I just get caught up in other stuff, and when I actually get to play MCCI, I usually just not in the mood for streaming it at all, unfortunately. So we'll see how it will go, and I also wanna do more. Also wanna come back to doing the MCCPG simulations. Have some cool ideas for them. I'm really excited to do the fourth one. I think I looked back at teams that I made a while ago for it. I was like, damn, those teams are kind of cool. Really wanna do a simulation with them quite soon, once I'm done with all the other stuff. Yeah. I was also planning to do the AP update, which uh, I originally wanted to just add new achievements and stuff, but I also wanna work on the like tracker itself, and hopefully figure out the way to make it not as obnoxious to update. So but since I was already working on a spreadsheet in the meantime, I decided to uh wait until I finish this one to start doing before I start doing any work with AP tracker, which hopefully if I get to it, the AP update is gonna be like sometime next week, so it's gonna be a lot of exciting, gonna be more stuff for you guys in Pudgy Game server. Definitely stay tuned for that. Yeah, I have like said a lot of plans, but and know exactly when everything will be happening. Hello, Niels. What's going on? I'm just yapping about what I've been up to and what is coming up soon, and just screen sharing the the 2v2 spreadsheet that I just finished, basically. So yeah. So yeah. Like I said, let me just repeat the upcoming stuff since as well as since Niels joined for him as well. Tomorrow decathlon stream. Next week, Sunday next week anniversary stream for my 2 year streaming anniversary. And most likely the custom AP update in Party Game server. And then sometime after that, gonna be an announcement of the next 1v1 event, which is not gonna be a regular 6-1v1 tournament because I wanted to I wanna I got an idea for a different format, which I will thoroughly explain on that announcement stream. And I think if you guys will like it, it will become a regular way of doing 1v1s. It's not gonna be a replacement for big tournaments. It's just gonna be a new, hopefully cool alternative for you guys, mostly. Uh, like I said, I will go in depth on what this 1v1 event will be when we get to announcing it. And what else? And sometime also maybe MCC related streams like MCC PG simulation. I wanna work on next one sometime soon. MCCI streams maybe if I start grinding it again. Yeah, have a bunch of plans, and now that I'm back from vacation, I have refreshed myself. I've once again got a bit of energy to work on stuff. Yet I will try not to promise way too much beyond that what I already told and what I already planned out in my head for the next month or two. Just because I wanna try to take things in a more acceptable pace for me instead of trying to push myself into a bunch of deadlines, which was happening kinda before my vacation because I tried to finish spreadsheets, I tried to do the tournament, tried to do anniversary stuff, top scores updates, just because a bunch of that stuff haven't been done for a while, and I didn't want to make you guys wait until I come back fully from vacation, so I will try not to set any big deadlines on myself, which is already not happening considering that I just announced like 15,000 things, but it's fine. 2 years already. Yep, already been streaming for 2 years. Years of a lot of cool memories, a lot of party games tournaments and stuff. Yeah. And one of those upcoming streams probably gonna be the stream because Ken is approaching 100,000 channel points, so it'll happen one day, unfortunately. We're pushing the first 100,000 paddy points redeem. It's probably not gonna be last. Considering how eager you guys are to get it for some reason. Yeah. I'm gonna go buy baguette. Okay, have a nice dinner, Nils. Thank you for stopping by. You know the do not redeem clip? No, I don't think I do. I don't think I know what this is. Not very knowledgeable when it comes to life in general. Is it in any way related to what I've been talking about with with approaching redeem? You will see. I assume you're gonna send it soon. Okay. Just hope it's gonna happen at not an inconvenient timing for it to happen. I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, that's mostly everything. I feel like I want to talk about something else. My mind is not minding right now. My mind is definitely not in the cooking. I will be heading to bed after the stream ends because I have been depriving myself of sleep a little bit to finish this thing, and but it's like a usual thing. I can enjoy some sleep now that it's done, so yeah, I guess that's what I will be doing. I hope you guys enjoyed me yapping for almost an hour. Hope you will have fun looking at the stats for, I spent a few months doing and then forget about them tomorrow. How it usually goes. Uh, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. Let me tell you exact time. It starts in basically 25 hours, decathlon. Decathlon starts in 25 hours from now on. It's approximately when I will start the stream, so pretty excited. I have not streamed decathlons in a while, so be there, enjoy the next streams because like I said, it's gonna be more upcoming stuff. Yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. I will see you tomorrow and throughout next streams, hopefully. Bye bye, guys. I love you all. See ya.